Okay, Vietnamisation. This was Nixon's policy, President Nixon. So what were the aims of this policy? When we go through this, I'm going to highlight what's AO1, AO2 and AO3. So, Nixon had one thing on his mind. He wanted to get America out of Vietnam, but he didn't want to lose the war. He called it peace with honour. Now this was a tricky idea and tactic for Nixon to try to achieve. Nixon was a combative character, and he didn't want to be seen as a coward, and he didn't want to lose any ground to the communists. But his aims were simple. He wanted to reduce America's involvement in the war. To this point, 54,000 American troops had died in Vietnam. The country was ripped apart by protest. People were against the war, as we looked at last week with the draft burning cards and the riots and the protests. Vietnamisation was to increase the strength of the South Vietnamese army. He believed that if he increased the strength of the South Vietnamese army, the Americans could pull out and the South could fight off the Viet Cong and remain an independent country and stop the spread of communism. But there's some problems. This is your AO2. The Vietnamese, the South, said that every man between the age of 19 to 43 had to join up into the army. So essentially they were drafting in people. Now you think about this, the war's been going on a number of years now. Americans have been dropping Agent Orange, napalm, search and destroy missions into village after village. If you were between those age groups there, would you want to fight for the South Vietnamese army? That's the great question. And of course, people didn't. There's another problem as well. It was going to take up to 3 years, people believed, to train the South Vietnamese army to be an effective fighting force. Nixon did not want to wait 3 years. He wanted to get America out quickly. If the war dragged on, he would be destroyed, just like Johnson had been destroyed in 1968. So he's got problems. He wants to withdraw people from America to get the troops out, but he wants the South to remain strong. Vietnamisation, the training policy of the South Vietnamese army, was a flawed plan to start off with.